warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Azura and I'm planning for activity in lab 5. Okay, first of all, we use the AC voltage, transformers and multimeter, wattmeter and voltmeter for all of the component. So we run the simulation. So we jot down the output from the multimeter, wattmeter and voltmeter, as you can see. And then we stop the simulation and then we change the turns coil to 2 and then run again the simulation and we observe the output from the multimeter, wattmeter and voltmeter across each component. After that we change to 3 and then we run again the simulation and we jot down the output from the multimeter, voltmeter and wattmeter, stop the simulation and change the coil to 4. After that, we run again the simulation and we observe the output, the readings from the multimeter, voltmeter and wattmeter, and then we stop the simulation and change the turns coil to 5 and then we run again the simulation and then we take note the reading from the multimeter, voltmeter and wattmeter, start the simulation and change the coil to 6 and then we run again the simulation and observe the readings and then we stop again the simulation, change the turns to 7 and then run the simulation and take note the readings. We stop the simulation and change the turns to 8 and then we run again the simulation to write down the readings from the multimeter, voltmeter and wattmeter. Stop the simulation and then we change the coil to 9 and then we run again the simulation and then we take note the readings and then we stop the simulation and turn the coil to 10 and then we run again the simulation and we write down the readings from the multimeter, wattmeter and voltmeter across each component and then we stop the simulation. After that, we will do the second activity in activity 2. This time we will change the resistor to 50 ohm. The circuit is just the same and we change the turns of coil to 1 and then we run the simulation. Everything will be observed like always from the wattmeter, multimeter and voltmeter. Just we change the resistor value and the transformer turns of coil, secondary coil. Stop the simulation, change the coil to 2 and then run again the simulation and observe all of the readings from multimeter, wattmeter and voltmeter across each component. Stop simulation, change the coil to 3 and then run again the simulation. After that, we take note the readings, write it down in the table, stop the simulation and change the number of coil, secondary coil to 5 and then we write down again the readings, stop simulation, change the coil. I'm sorry, before this 4 and then now is 5. It's for the secondary coil. Stop simulation and change it to 6 number of coil in the secondary and then we observe the readings from the multimeter, wattmeter and voltmeter. Stop the simulation again and change the number of coil again to 7. And then run again the simulation and observe the readings. Okay, and then we stop the simulation, change the number of coil to 8, and then run again simulation and take note the readings from the multimeter, wattmeter and voltmeter. Stop simulation and change the number of coil again to 9, run again and take note again the reading, and then we stop the simulation and change the number of coil to 10. We observe all of the readings, and then we stop the simulation, and then we continue to activity 2. This is the circuit connection, and then we run the simulation. The circuit is in parallel, all of the component, and then let's take out all of the readings. There you go. And then we stop the simulation and change the VRMS to 20 and so on. And then we run again the simulation and observe all of the readings from the multimeter, wattmeter and voltmeter. Stop simulation to change the VRMS to 30 and then run again the simulation and observe all of the readings. After that, we stop the simulation again to change the VRMS to 40 and then run again the simulation, and we jot down all of the readings from multimeter, voltmeter and wattmeter. Stop simulation and change the VRMS to 50 and then run again the simulation. Okay, observe the readings and then stop simulation and change the VRMS to 70 and then run again the simulation, and then we see all of the readings. Stop the simulation, change the VRMS to 70 and then run again the simulation, observe all of the readings. Stop the simulation to change VRMS to 80 and then we run again the simulation and observe all of the readings, just like before. Change the simulation VRMS to 90 and then run again the simulation, observe the result from readings from the wattmeter, multimeter, wattmeter, and then lastly we change the VRMS to 100. 100, okay, and run again the simulation and observe all of the readings and stop the simulation. Okay, that's all from us. Thank you.